up, everybody? It's your boy Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns with another Sunday stream coming at you. Yes, in about 3 weeks' time, you'll be hearing this term a lot during the stream. So I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna get it out there. I'm gonna explain what it is, and we're gonna get going. You're gonna hear the term Monster Mania a lot. That's because there's a convention I'm going to in about 3 weeks' time. Monster Mania. We meet celebs, we have a lot of fun. And this convention is where I met today's guest at. So, with that being said, he's been here before, and please welcome him back with open arms, my buddy Phil. What's up, Phil?
What's going on, Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Just another day in the neighborhood. Can't wait for Monster Mania. Very
Yep.
excited.
That, that's why I said I was like, I might as well just off the rip just say what Monster Mania is because people are gonna be like, what? What is that? And yeah, um, so might as well. Sorry, gotta get it a little closer. My bad, guys. Gotta work with what we got while we do it. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so we're gonna come at you with a bunch of celebs that we want to meet. And in the end of the stream, we are going to be telling you the people that we are meeting in about 3 weeks' time in March. There is an August show, but we have absolutely no idea who's going to be at the August show. So, with that being said, your first celebrity, my friend.
All right, so to start it off, I told you, Bobby, I was going to start off with a bang, and the first one is Tommy Lee Jones.
Whoa. Now,
So,
yeah, go
Tommy
for
Lee
it.
Jones is probably one of my favorite actors growing up. He was in one of my favorite movies, Batman Forever, because I love Batman Forever, even though it's very hated. And Tommy Lee Jones happens to be in Natural Born Killers, who's with another one of my favorite actresses who I met this past summer, Juliette Lewis.
Yep, I met her too.
Yes,
Great
she
gal.
was she was a doll. Loved her. The cat ears were what did it for me.
The promposal pick. She's
Yeah.
like, "What pick do you want to do?" I'm like, "It's completely up to you." She's like, "All right, prom it is." And I'm like, "Okay." My friend who was after me, he's like, "You son of a."
Yeah, no. So Tommy Lee Jones is one of my hopefuls. I don't know if he's on the convention scene or if he's done like public appearances, but I do
I
have an in with people at SNL, like I have told you before, and if he ever comes up, I know who I'm going to hand my Two Face Funko Pop to from Batman and Batman Forever.
now okay. Tommy Lee Jones booking agent. I want to see how much it costs. Contact. Read more. Oscar nominations. Does it say a price? I thought it would. Oh, I heard he's very awkward. So
I believe it.
yeah.
I believe it.
Tommy Lee Jones starting off with a bang. I get it, Phil. Ha ha ha. My Ryan says. All right. Yeah. Like I said, I wish I could find out how much it costs. That would be well. He's not on RosterCon, so that's one thing.
Okay, so he's probably never done a public appearance.
Yep. Sam J. Jones comes up, which is a funny one because I've met him. He's an interesting character, Flash Gordon. How old is Tommy Lee Jones now? In his
He's
seventies,
got to be
maybe?
late 70s now, I would say.
Really? 78. Wow. Amazing.
So the only time I would probably ever see Tommy Lee Jones is if he's ever a guest of honor at Comic Con,
Yeah.
because those are the only times you'll ever meet stars like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see him coming to Cherry Hill, New Jersey and
No,
like I said,
no,
this is all fantasy. We're not coming after one another for their picks. This is who you want to meet. Doesn't
yeah,
matter how realistic it is or how unrealistic it is. It's who you want to meet. All right, so Tommy Lee Jones is your first one. I thought
yeah,
you were going in another direction, but I feel like we're gonna hear another name later,
yes.
and we'll circle back to him. All right, so number one on my list. Actually, there's top three on my list that I really, really, really want to meet. They do conventions. They're around. One of them has been at Monster Mania. Unfortunately, just not the New Jersey show. And we'll start off with her because she's a very current actress in the horror scene. And she is going to be a Marvel star going forward. And that is Catherine Newton.
I knew that's where
I
we were starting with this.
Yep. It was between her and two other names. We'll get back to those two other names later. Yes, Catherine Newton. I've heard good things about meeting her. She's very nice. She'll talk to you. I don't know if you saw that one photo where the guy literally lifted her up.
I did not.
Oh, so everyone was praising her for that because he's like, "Hey, can I just lift you up in the photo?" She was like, "Yeah, sure." So like they were like, "Oh, she's a good sport with this kind of thing. That's good." So yeah, and very young current actress in the horror scene. She's been in Freaky, Abigail. Um, I don't know what other horror movies has she been in.
She's
You know?
up and coming now in the.
Yeah.
I know she was big for Abigail and Freaky.
Yeah. The first time I saw her, and I really didn't even know who she was at the time, Detective Pikachu. That came out in 2019. No, 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 no. When did that come out? I don't know. But yeah, and then of course she's in the third Ant Man movie, which not a lot of people like, but she did stand out as a star in that one. Okay, Throwback Thursday to when Tommy Lee Jones posted a full pic on his. All right, I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about that either, but now I'm gonna have to investigate.
I did not know about that, and I probably would have been okay never knowing that. Uh, JK says Sean William Scott feel like he'd be chill. Yeah, that's a cool one. I agree. Have you ever seen Goon, Phil?
So Sean William Scott, I know he's done a lot of the Steel City Comic Cons. He's like a big one of the big headliners almost every year or
Man,
every other year.
that's a convention I want to get out to one of these days.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just, but my wallet doesn't want me to get out there. So
No, no, it's I looked at some of those prices and that con looks very fun, but the headliners they get, like my wallet and my credit cards will be screaming.
yeah, who did they have the one year as a headline that I was like, whoa, who was it? Oh, wish I could remember.
They had Kiefer one year.
Yeah,
They had
but there was
Alec. They were the first to get Alec.
true. They were the first to get Alec Baldwin. They were true. Okay, so Detective Pikachu came out in 2019. I didn't even really know who she was before that movie, truthfully. Um, but like she's become a much more serious actor now, so it's pretty cool. And yeah, hopefully, well, we're not getting her in March, clearly. So hopefully in August. Hopefully, Pagans, if you're listening. Anyway, your next one.
All right, so next off the bat is one I just mentioned, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
I'm a big diehard Alec Baldwin fan. Always have been. Loved him in The Boss Baby, obviously, even though it's very ridiculous. Of course, Beetlejuice. He's the host of Match Game, which is probably one of the wackiest and most raunchiest shows that I've ever seen in my life. But it's so
Does that show
funny.
still run? No,
Yeah,
right?
it's on the Game Show Network. I guess
Oh,
it's so bad to put on public TV because of the jokes that they mention.
and he's still the host?
Yeah,
I thought for some reason he left that show or the game or the show. I don't know. Huh.
no, but Alec has been on my list. He first came around a few years ago at Steel City Con. They were the first con to ever get him.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I didn't want to travel to Pittsburgh. And then he was at our show that we go to, Monster Mania, but that was the show that was in
Yep.
Oaks,
Oaks.
PA. And he
Yep.
was there only for Saturday. And unfortunately, I like to do my cons on Friday. Bobby knows.
Yep.
But I'm trying to expand to get out more
That's what
days.
I'm trying to do too. I mean, not more
But
days, different cons, but yeah.
yeah, but Alec is definitely on my list because just love the guy. He's
and I will refrain from making jokes just so I don't. Obviously, you know what I'm thinking, you know where I'm going with it, but I won't say it. All right,
Unfortunately, yes, Alec did have that tragic incident on set, and he did get a lot of heat for it. I assume why he was never around for bookings was because of what happened,
of course.
and
I mean,
it
OJ Simpson still did conventions till he died.
that's true. But OJ is a whole nother beast himself.
Yeah, oh, he was a whole nother beast himself.
Yes, but
Was.
Alec, hopefully he'll be there in August.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it if he is. But yeah, no, it's Tommy Lee Jones and Alec I'm starting off with today.
Yes,
So
they were supposed to have that him and Gina Davis together in November. Then that I guess once in 100 year snowstorm happened in New Mexico, and Gina Davis canceled. And I thought they were going to get Alec for March because they got Gina for March, but I guess for whatever reason he can't, or they just aren't doing it. I have no idea.
I think
Um,
the March show is more of like an anniversary show.
yeah, there's like six of those dudes from what's it called? Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, Return of the Living Dead, Thelma and Louise. I know it's actually Saw's anniversary this year too, which
Yeah, we got two of them. I think
yeah,
two. Is it, or is it more
yeah.
than two? Yeah. One that I'd love to meet, but would be too nervous to walk up to, would be Brock Lesnar. I can't say I blame you, JK. um, it's like what Pat McAfee says. Pat, if we had to send a man to fight an alien, we're sending Brock Lesnar,
Oh, absolutely.
like the alpha male of our species. Like, yeah, like you don't want to. I don't think you want to go up to Brock in person. We saw what happened at the dinner in what was it, St. Louis, the 2022 Rumble. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he just he destroyed Mini Me. Oh God! All right, the next one. All right, we'll go this one because he's more recently been in a movie, and then I'll circle back to the third one. Um, he was one of the villains in Captain America: Brave New World. He was one of the villains in Breaking Bad. And if you don't know where I'm going with this one by now, I don't know how to help you. Gus Fring, aka Giancarlo Esposito. I think he would be an awesome meet. He's an awesome actor. Breaking Bad put him on the map, and he's taken off ever since. I really thought he was going to be Professor X in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but that's not going to happen clearly because he is Sidewinder, and I want more Sidewinder in the MCU. So that's cool. I feel like he's a fantastic guy to meet. I feel like he's down to earth, good with the fans, and yeah. You interested in meeting Giancarlo?
I would meet Giancarlo. I know he does some appearances. He's been around. He was at Rhode Island, I believe, one year, and he was at Steel City Con.
He'll be in Philly in May. I saw.
Yeah, so he does make his rounds.
Yeah, we just got to get him to Cherry Hill to make it more convenient for us. We're gonna have to
And
travel. That's really what
yeah,
it is. We're just gonna have to travel.
we have to
Uh,
bite the bullet.
yeah, yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? But yeah, Giancarlo Esposito, dude's a crazy good villain, and yeah, I just think he'd be a cool guy to meet, chat up,
Oh,
maybe have a drink
definitely. You
with
could ask
him.
him for his fried chicken recipe.
Yeah.
His Los Pollos Hermanos fried chicken recipe.
I do have a shirt from that says Los Palos Hermanos. I do have a shirt. So if I meet him, that's the shirt I'm wearing. All right, who's your next one? Let's see if you steal my next one. I don't
All
think you
right,
will.
so the next one is Peter Weller, RoboCop himself.
Oh, okay. At
So
first, I was like, I don't know who that is.
So Peter Weller also was on the National Geographic. He used to do a show because I remember when I was in high school because my All my history teachers kept playing the same episodes every year from freshman to senior year, about national discoveries or like ancient empires, because he's got like a degree in like social studies or something like that. And he is in his 80s, but he has been around to some cons like Chiller Theater he was at 2 years ago.
Oh, Parsippany.
Yes, he's been to Comic Con before, and like I just hear nothing but like great things about him. And like I have RoboCop Funko Pops, and like I just want to chat him up and like pick his brain because I am a big history lover, and I know like he's the guy to go to.
I'm looking it up right now. Latest events: Hollywood show, Los Angeles. So upcoming events. I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing that one. Comic Con Holland. It seems like he does a lot of international.
Yes, he is big for with the international convention scene.
The only three he has upcoming are in Mexico, Den Bosch, and Brussels. So, oh, yeah, he was in California last year, Cincy last year, Connecticut last year, San Antonio last year. Hmm, interesting,
He does make his rounds, but Peter Weller is one of my top that I want to meet. Love RoboCop. You know, he's the only OG RoboCop. I don't care what anybody else says because
Of course,
that RoboCop remake with Colonel Rick Flag was absolute trash.
yeah. I mean,
And
doing
then
all
when they
that.
redid, and then when they made the third movie in the RoboCop trilogy, it was terrible, and it was not Peter Weller.
Yeah, I feel you, Ryan. It's Los Palos Hermanos. It's not, and also Ryan. I don't know if you realize this. I am Caucasian. That might be a shock to some of you people, but I am Caucasian. um, the wrestling retrospective. What's up, Leo? Thank you for joining us. I would love to meet Karrion Cross. Going off of interviews I've seen, he seems like a really cool guy. We are going to get into some wrestling uh guests for sure. Hi, Bobby. By the way, hello, Leo. Um, hold on. It's not Paulos. It's Poyos. Never mind. I'm not dealing with them. Never mind. That's how you shut them down. Yeah. We're gonna get into some wrestling. Karrion Cross. I've heard some interviews. Leo, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Karrion Cross, but he does seem
Really?
like a. Yeah, I don't. He does seem like a genuine guy. I saw him interact with some fans in. It was Dallas. What was that? 2022. He seemed down to earth. He seemed chill. That was cool. That was before he came back. Yeah, that was definitely before he came back because um yeah, yeah, because he was with his wife and another wrestler. That was cool. And he's a big, massive dude in real life. Like I was like, "Oh, hi, sir. How are you?"
Yeah, that guy's got legs for arms.
Yeah, I was like, "Hi." It's like, oh, it's like meeting Big Show. I shook his hand and it was like, "Oh, my, he ate my hand." All right, the next one I have. This man was almost at Monster Mania last August.
Oh, I
I
know
think
where we're going with this
Yeah,
one,
you know where
Bobby.
I'm going with
I
this.
know.
Some people consider him a hero. Some people consider him a villain. I just think he's an all around tremendous actor. From The Boys, from Banshee, from what's that movie called? Without a Paddle, Anthony Starr.
Little Homelander
Um,
action.
yeah, I really want to meet that man. I feel like he'd be a cool meet and greet. I feel like everyone plays him up to be because he always plays like the bad guy. I feel like everyone's like, "Whoa, he's gonna be a bad guy in real life." I feel like he's a genuine dude in real life. I can't imagine. I mean, he's had his troubled past history, just like everybody has, you know. But I just can't imagine him being like that bad. He kind of reminds me of Glenn Howerton, the dude that plays Dennis Reynolds.
Yes.
Like when he's in character, he's fully in character. There's no stopping him. He's all in. But once he's out of character, get that thing away from me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to. It's not me. You know that kind of thing. Matthew Rodriguez. Oh, wait. Matthew Rodriguez. Hey guys.
What's up,
I
Matt?
was, what's up, Matt? I was at Mania 35 weekend and met some people at Access. Comment who? Let me know. Mania 35. I didn't do anything Access wise, but I can't remember. Yeah, no. Comment who you met, Matt. Again, we're not going back to this, Ryan. Um, your next one,
All
my
right,
friend.
my next one up is the man himself, Val Kilmer.
I thought you met him already.
No, so I never met Val Kilmer. I had bought a legit dual certified Funko Pop signed by Val Kilmer. I know he was at Monster Mania before I went. That was the
Oh,
year
you're.
the fire marshals shut it
Yep,
down
yep. I've heard
because
about that.
Val Kilmer was there. Who else was it? There was three real
Um.
very good headliners.
Oh, it was Val Kilmer. Oh, what's her name? Oh, what's her name?
Princess
Oh,
Leia,
yeah, Carrie Fisher, and there, Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale.
Am I remembering correctly?
Yes, it was those three were the big three headliners.
Yeah,
But Val, I know, probably won't be around as much,
yeah.
or
Because he's
probably not at
he's
all,
he's sick, right?
because he is a he survived throat cancer twice,
That's
but
what it was.
unfortunately, his second time he got the trach, so he always wears
Wait,
scarves and everything. I know he
you
lives with his.
hold on. You went in and out there the second time. What?
Oh yeah, so he has the trach now, so the voice
Right,
box.
right, right.
So
Yeah,
he wears the
yeah,
scarves and everything. But I have heard from like people and like doing my research that he's probably a very genuine guy and he loves um like meeting the fans. I know he was very hard to work with in the movies from like
yep,
because it was either his way or no way.
yeah. There are
But
some actors like that, unfortunately.
I've heard nothing but good things about Val, and he's on my bucket list. So hopefully, Comic Con NYCC, if you
You
could
never
bring
know.
him as a guest of honor, or Dave, if somehow we could work a way bringing him back to Monster Mania,
Mm.
I would be very happy.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Matthew says he met Drew McIntyre. Interesting, interesting. Okay, hold on 1 minute, Matthew. We're gonna. There we go. Yes, Drew McIntyre, absolutely awesome dude. You could tell he was genuine. I met him in California the weekend of WrestleMania 39, and I told him I was like, "Hey, I was in attendance for your Rumble one because I was Rumble 2020." And he looked at me, he goes, "Wow, thank you so much." Like you could tell he was thrown back by it. I was like, "Dude, you're the man." Like, and this was pre-heel Drew McIntyre. So I imagine now if I meet him in person, he might roast me, and I'd be all for it. Um, Matthew, and the best one was Booker T. Oh, that's wait. Oh, do I have the? I don't think I have the photo with him. I've met Booker T in New Jersey, Parsippany. I don't think I have the photo ready to go like that. No, I don't. I have this one, but ooh, long-haired Bobby and no
Is
facial
that
hair
Matthew
Bobby.
Lillard,
Yes, sir. Mhm.
the
My
goat,
first show.
the goat himself?
My first show, the Gary Busey show.
Oh,
Ah. Um, yeah. If you know about Gary Busey, you know. Booker T was awesome. Were you at WrestleCon in LA? Did I do WrestleCon in LA? Did I do WrestleCon in LA? I don't know if I did WrestleCon. Did I? I can't remember. No, wait, yes, I did. Duh. I met Tony Storm there. Another one. Really cool girl. I met her twice just because of it, and I really don't meet celebs twice. But she remembered me, and I was like, okay, cool. Yes, I was there actually. I met Wardlow, Julia Hart, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who was amazing. Um, it was funny. Julia Hart, very nice, very talkative. She would talk you up, but when she takes pictures, just will not smile, will not smirk, nothing.
was she in her?
She had the
Um,
hat. She had the black. Yeah,
I was gonna say she was probably in her House of Black role.
yeah, yeah. But like, it was so funny. Like, as soon as the camera's on, just but like, nice girl would talk to you.
I've heard
Ask,
about Julia
yeah,
Hart. I've heard she's
yeah,
very chill.
yeah. Wardlow. Wardlow was a really cool dude. I walked up to Wardlow and I his eye was just all red, and I was like, I was like, dude, you good? And he's like, yeah, it's okay. You should see the other guy. I'm like, all right, fair enough, because dude, it's a massive human being, Wardlow. Next, next list on your list, met Tony Storm again, but with a twist. Yeah, timeless Tony Storm would be interesting. That would be interesting for sure. Um, who's up next? I've lost track now. I said Anthony Starr.
So I
Oh, you said
finished
Val
with
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Okay, so my next one. I feel like this dude had a shot at conventions around here, and I feel like they missed the boat on him because now he's just a massive, massive star. He's going to be in the Fantastic Four this summer. He was just in Gladiator 2. Joseph Quinn.
Oh, I thought you were going with the other one.
Pedro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were both in Gladiator 2. I haven't seen Gladiator 2 yet. I'm refusing, but
It
another
was
story for
very
another time.
good. I liked it a lot. For being a big gladiator, like it does it lives up to the hype of the original.
Don't you do that, Phil. I will end this stream right now in anger. Don't nothing touches Gladiator 1. Anyway, yes. Joseph Quinn. I've heard he's a genuine dude. Like I heard his I think it was his agent or the convention itself. He was at one and he wasn't rushing people along. He was talking to them and they were like, "Joseph, you have to keep it moving." He's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "I want to talk to my fans." Um I feel like Monster Mania could get him. I'm like, they got D'Onofrio, they got Catherine Newton.
Oh, D'Onofrio, don't get me started.
Those are very current MCU stars. So what's the difference? And Joseph Quinn does cons. And one of the few TV deaths that I actually sat there and went, "Oh man." The one of the few TV deaths that I was legitimately bummed out about. And well, I shouldn't have spoiled that if you haven't watched. I didn't say this show, did I?
No, you didn't. I
Okay,
know where
so
you're
we're good.
going about
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
but I didn't.
Wait, have you watched the show?
I haven't. I'm very behind on like
Okay.
watching it, but like
Great show. Great, great show. Yeah, Joseph Quinn. I mean, Johnny Storm in the MCU, Gladiator 2. Again, listen, I'm refusing Gladiator 2. I will not watch it. But for Joseph Quinn to get in a Ridley Scott movie, that's pretty huge for him regardless. There's no debating that. It's like getting into the Star Wars franchise. Is it great? No, but it's big for your career. Um and Stranger Things. Stranger Things put him on the map. I don't think the Stranger Things creators knew how popular he was going to be because maybe they would have kept him around and I just spoiled it. Oh well, I don't care. It's 3 years old at this point. Um, yeah, but I think he would be a cool dude to meet. And yeah, Matthew, Bobby, have you met Ryback in that WrestleCon 20? No, I did walk by his table, but I did not meet him. I really don't have an interest in meeting Ryback. I'll be honest.
I like watching his food reviews. You ever watch his food reviews?
No, actually,
They're very interesting.
really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, might have to check into those.
I'll have to send you the link because I think you can find him on Instagram or
Hmm.
YouTube. But they're very interesting. Like he's just very funny in how he talks to himself while he eats.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a message that I laughed at. Sorry. Never mind. I'll explain off air. All right, your next one.
So this next group of people were at Monster Mania already, and so Bobby, you're familiar that I just started the TV series Dexter for the first time in my life.
Bingo. Yes.
And when Michael C. Hall and Jennifer Carpenter were at Monster Mania, I didn't want to meet them because I had no idea
Yeah.
about the show or knew anything about the show or who they were.
Mm.
And now that I'm kicking myself while watching the TV show because it's fantastic, I love it. I'm kicking myself for not spending over 300 and something dollars to meet the entire group because I don't know if they'll ever do cons again, especially Michael C. Hall, even though he has been floating around.
Yeah.
But I am kicking
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, that's kind of why I got ahead of the game with Anthony Starr. As soon as they announced him, I'm like, all right, let me watch The Boys and let's see what the hype is about. After a few episodes, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely meeting this dude. And rumor has it that he probably, maybe won't be back to Monster Mania because of things. So, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
explain. I heard a rumor. I'll tell you later.
I think
Um,
you told me already. I think I know what it is.
I just heard this week, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. That you told me something else. You told me something
Yeah, I
else.
heard another thing. Oh, no, no, no. That one, I don't know how legit that one is. This one I believe. There's a lot of, let's just say there's a lot of moving parts where you could look at it and be like, yeah, I believe that. Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
so the Dexter cast, I'm kicking myself for not meeting them.
Yeah.
But I hope Dave and the
One day,
Hagen family bring them back because I know for a fact that they'll draw in a lot of money like they did the last time.
gotta we're going back to it. We gotta travel, Phil.
I know. I know.
Yeah. We gotta bite the bullet. Phil, should Bobby do food reviews? I'm not doing food reviews.
I would love that. Let's do it.
Randomly one day he's like, let's do food reviews, and I'm like, no.
Let's do it. I'll do it. If Ryback can do it, then Bobby can do it. But you got to talk to yourself like Ryback does.
No, 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 no.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like.
All right, my next one. This dude is action hero central. Does he do many cons? No, but he does do some. So there is a glimmer of hope. He's also a star quarterback of the Washington Sentinels. Do you know where I'm going with this or no?
I do know where you're going with
Okay.
this.
I was like, um, Keanu Reeves, one of my favorite actors. He's great in everything. John Wick, The Matrix, Replacements, everything he does. Speed. Uh, I think Keanu would be a cool dude to meet. He doesn't really get out there much. He's very private, but he's very charitable. So, like, I feel like if you can, like, hit him with the, hey, come to our con and we'll donate to your charity. Okay. Like,
He does a lot of like I know he writes like children's books or something like that.
really?
Or something I've read something like he writes like children's stories or something and he does like book public appearances.
Is that why they got him for Connecticut last year? Because they announced him. I'm like, whoa.
And he
What?
also has a band too.
Yeah, he does have a band. Keanu's just a fascinating dude all
Yeah.
around. Yeah, like I would love to meet him. I think he's genuinely a good dude. You could tell because he has no problem taking less salary for other people. Have you heard that story about the replacements?
Yes.
How he took a 90% pay cut just for them to get Gene Hackman. He's like, I want Gene Hackman. Cut my salary, whatever you got to do. And then and I'll be mentioning him in a video in the not so distant future, along with Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr. There we go. All right, your next one.
All right, next up on the list is the one and only Sly Stallone, Sylvester Stallone himself.
Yeah, I'm watching Tulsa King currently. So,
So Sylvester Stallone, obviously, you know him as Rocky, you know him as
hey Mitch.
Rambo.
Hey
He's
yo.
in the Creed franchise, Tulsa King. Um, I don't know how many public appearances he's ever done, and I know if you want to meet him, you have to travel to Philadelphia.
I mean, could be worse. could
But
be
Sly
could be
Stallone
worse.
is definitely on my list of people because he's just Sylvester Stallone. I mean, like, how can you not want to meet Sylvester Stallone?
Rocky Rambo. Come on, that's like. I'm looking up Sylvester Stallone roster con now. He is listed, so that's a good sign. Hey, Mick. Um, he did one. So he doesn't really do conventions per se. The last one he did in America was an experience with Sylvester Stallone.
Yes,
So I
that I heard about.
so I imagine Sylvester Stallone has to be there one way or another for it to be an experience with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, Rocky, Rambo, Creed franchise, Tulsa King. What else has that dude done? You name it, truthfully. Yeah. My next one. You know what? We're gonna go. I'm gonna deviate from my order here. I'm gonna get this one done now because this might top Catherine Newton. And I know you're probably like, what? This
Yeah.
might. If I think if I had a choice, I would take meeting this next guest over Catherine Newton. And you're probably like, all right, who is this? Like, this is crazy. Amy Jo Johnson, aka the original Pink Ranger. My first crush. Don't care. I would love to meet her. That would be one, and I'm like, whoa, like starstruck. Like, I'm a massive Power Rangers fan. I have met one of the Power Rangers, Ashley from In Space and Turbo. She was great. But yeah, Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly from the Power Rangers. Like,
She does
love.
do NYCC appearances, so
Yep.
you got to get your butt down to NYCC.
Oh, she's out there. She's
Yeah,
just gotta, she's gotta. Does it? Did she do Steel City Con before?
I think she's done one or
I'm gonna have to
possibly
look into that.
two. Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Mm. Anyway, yeah, Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly, the Pink Power Ranger, all dudes around our age loved her. I still love her, quite frankly. Yeah, but like, if I had to choose between her and Catherine, I think I'm choosing her.
all right. I believe it. I believe it.
Like Catherine's like very current, but like Kimberly, come on, man. All right, your next one.
All right. So this next guy has was announced for a Monster Mania, but there is a lot of backstory on why he had to cancel.
Wait, before you get into this, what year?
It was a Maryland show.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
So my next is Brandon Frazier.
Yep.
Brandon
Uh,
Frazier um, has done public appearances. He was a guest of honor at New York City Comic Con the year after COVID or 2 years after COVID. So he's been around. I know he's had to cancel numerous public appearances, but nobody really knows why. And he was supposed to be at a Monster Mania in Baltimore, but there is a backstory to it that I don't know how true it is, but that's what I've been
yeah,
told by numerous people.
that's funny. The one you told me, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. If true, that's hilarious.
But Brandon Fraser, he won an Academy Award for Best Actor for The Whale, which is a very sad and tragic movie. I'll admit it, I cried during that movie.
I haven't seen it, so yeah,
Give me 1 second, Bobby.
you're good. You're good. Yeah, I've not seen the whale. Yeah, the Brendan Fraser story that Phil told me. I just sat there and I laughed. Um, what was I gonna say? All right, we'll go into yeah, Brendan Fraser. Personally, I think why he canceled all of his public appearances because he won an Oscar. When you win an Oscar, depend. I feel weird ways about the Oscars, but it elevates your career. So, hence why we good over there.
Yeah, no, 100%. He won for The Whale. He's been in The Mummy. He is in the Doom Patrol, which
Yeah.
is I've never watched, but I hear he is very very good as the robot. I don't remember the robot's name,
Yeah.
but
I'm
he's
gonna
on my list.
I'm gonna throw you for a loop with a Brendan Fraser movie that probably not a lot of people have seen, but he's very good in it, and I just can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's a baseball movie. Oh darn! I wish I could remember it off the top of my head. It was early 2000s, I think. I'm looking for it now. Not the rookie, or was it late 90s? I feel like I've gone too far now.
And of course, Brandon Fraser is George of the Jungle.
Oh my god, that movie was in 1994? Wow. The Scout. Brendan Fraser plays a pitcher for the New York Yankees, but he's an absolute lunatic. Albert Albert Brooks plays the scout that recruits Brendan Fraser.
So hopefully, I have the chance to meet Brandon Fraser for once, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think because he's a big Oscar winner now, he doesn't really need these cons, but that's just me. Bobby needs to do a weekly Glizzy review the long way, and you need to learn how to spell needs, chat. Thank you. Boom. All right, my next one. This one has escaped me somehow, some way. Um, she was supposed to be at Monster Mania in August 2022, my first show. She had to cancel the film Twisted Metal, and she has not been back. Well, she's been back to Monster Mania since she's not in New Jersey.
What show? What? Who? I'm trying to think now.
Oh, you know this one. Come on. It's a real scream, baby.
Oh,
Nev
yes.
Campbell. Again, this woman has somehow escaped me.
Oh, see,
Don't know
I
how.
met her, 2019. She's right there in the middle of the shirt.
Yeah, like I said, she somehow escaped me these 3 years of cons, and yeah, uh, I'll get her eventually. I feel like, but you know,
Complete sweetheart of a person. When I first got there, I stood on Dolph's line for an hour and a half because he showed up late. And then
something
my
about
buddy Mike, who I always go with, wound up jumping on Nev's line for me while I was waiting for Dolph to get his ginormous behind to Cherry Hill.
But didn't you say he made up for it? He stayed late.
He did. He did. He made
Okay.
up for all of his fans.
Okay. At least I respect it. If you're gonna be late, I get it. Stuff happens. But as long as you make up for it, like Taker did it. He showed up 4 hours late, or no, he stayed up. He showed up like 2 hours late, but he also
Yes.
stayed an extra four to make sure everybody got it. So like, I respect it. Some things are out of our control, but as long as you make up for it. Ryan, you want to see me do that? It's so weird, Ryan. Ryan's so weird. All right, your next one.
All right. So after Brandon Fraser, I'm going with Javier Bardem.
Wow.
So
Is that a man that does
Bardem,
convention? Yeah, I'll get on that.
Javier Bardem is one of my favorite actors in the world. He is a James Bond villain in the Daniel Craig series. He is, if you've watched Netflix, he is Jose Menendez in the Menendez brothers.
I have not watched that yet, but it is on my list.
He is in one of my favorite movies with Tommy Lee Jones and Josh Brolin, No Country for Old Men. And he was one of the finalists to be Galactus in the new
Yeah, I remember that, but
Fantastic Four movie.
that never ended up happening. Who's
But
Galactus now? Some
he's some English actor, but I think they
yeah,
got him
Ralph something.
because of like how like his voice sounds. Like his voice sounds like a Galactus voice. I think that was the excuse that they made.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want that? I don't know.
I mean, Javier Bardem is a well-known
Oh
actor too.
wait. Whose voice sounds like Galactus? The dude currently or Bardem?
The dude currently.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant Bardem, and I thought they held that against him, and I was like,
No,
wait,
no,
wouldn't you
no.
want
But
that?
I think the plans just fell through because he was
Yeah,
one of the few to like be a finalist in Fantastic Four, which I'm
yeah.
very excited for. But Bobby, still is on the fence about it.
Uh, they failed at Fantastic Four 3 times. Why would I? It's like me getting excited for Superman. If this flops, we're back to square one again. Get what I'm saying?
Fair enough, but
Yeah.
Javier Bardem
Can't do it,
definitely
man.
on my list.
Listen, love Joseph Quinn. Vanessa Kirby's great. I really don't know the dude who's playing the Thing. I'll be honest with you, and
He's from The Bear.
I've never watched that. And just to make my editor furious, Pedro Pascal is overrated and mid. Um, yeah, Bobby's never watched Old Country for Old Men. No Country for Old Men. Yeah, I haven't. Truthfully.
It's an all-time classic.
Yeah.
Definitely with the cast that they have.
When did it come out?
Uh,
2011.
no, '07 or '06.
Not far off. Okay. Yeah. Is
But I
Pedro
don't know if
Pascal in that movie? Because I boycott anything that has Pedro.
no, it is
Okay,
Tommy
good.
Lee Jones, Josh Brolin, and Javier Bardem. And I don't know if Javier ever does public appearances.
He's not on roster con, so you know, for what it's worth. My next one. This dude does do conventions. He's. It seems like he's picky. Seems like a very decent dude in real life. Real funny. He is from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He is the god of mischief. He's always a good guy, always a bad guy. Tom Hiddleston, aka Loki. Um,
Okay. He was at
yeah,
Comic Con last year.
I know, I saw that. But again, with the amount of current MCU stars that Monster Mania has gotten, why not? Why not? I've heard stories about people meeting him. People have ran into him in a movie theater, and he was like, "Hey," like, because they tried to talk to him. He was like, "Hey, can I just like watch the movie? Then I'll chat you up after." They were like, yeah, of course. So the two people left. They didn't expect to hear anything from him. Tom Hiddleston found them and was chatting to them for 15 minutes after the movie. He's like,
See,
I
that's
just wanted
pure
to be in my
class.
private area. Yeah, that's
That's
great,
class.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say? You went in and out there?
No, I said that's class. That's like a
Yeah,
class act right there.
like he made sure to find him and be like, all right, hey, I'm here to talk. What's up? And have you heard the story about him with the New York cop?
No.
So he told this on some show. I can't remember, like Late Night with Conan or whatever. And what was it? What was I gonna say? So in New York, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. during the week, you're allowed to walk your dog without a leash. They can go run free, whatever, in a certain park there.
Okay.
So he was doing that. He had his dog running, and he's like, I lost track of time. I was making calls home to England because of the, you know, time difference. And all of a sudden, I hear whoop 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 whoop, and he's like, what's that? And he's looking around, and all of a sudden, the window rolls down. Hey Loki, it's after 9. Get that dog on a leash. and
Oh
he's
my
like,
god.
and he's like, all right, fair enough. Like he's like, I lost track of time, and he does the heavy New York accent. He's like, hey, get that dog on a leash. Like they didn't like arrest him or fine him or anything, but, but just the hey Loki. And he's
Oh
like,
my god.
all right. He's like, fair enough. I think that story is hilarious. But all right, your next one.
So next up is one that we spoke about we speak about on occasion, because Monster Mania has gotten a Screamcast or plenty of them,
Yeah.
and we both thought of the same hint, Courtney Cox.
Yeah, we the weather clue, and that ended up being Freddie Highmore. I'm still not sure how that works. but he's not coming in March anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So
Um,
Courtney Cox, I don't know much about her or like public appearance wise.
I'll look it up.
Um, I don't know how she is with fans, and of course, being the ex-wife of one of the greatest characters known to man, David Arquette.
And one of the best indie wrestlers.
Yes, you can't kill David Arquette.
Great documentary, by the way. Yeah, she's
He
not even
is
on
one of the
roster
few
con.
that I
So
am missing on my Scream Funko Pop, which I take very high demand in, or I take very good care of.
I mean, she really doesn't need to do the conventions. I'll be honest. Um,
Not unless
but
she's desperate.
what? Yeah, yeah, of course. But yeah, but that would be a cool one. All right, my next one, Leo. If you're still watching, we're gonna get into wrestling a little bit, baby, because the next one I have. Where do I still have the photo up there? I think I do. Is this it? Yes, it is. Now, if you know where this is from, well, obviously you know I was on screen for this man's return in the 2020 Royal and Rumble. I've heard he's a genuine dude in real life. I heard my one friend told me that he ran into him on the street, and if you can't figure out who this is, it's Edge Adam Copeland, wrestler. My one friend said he ran into him on the street, and my friend was trying to be quick, didn't want to like hold them up or anything. So he was like, "Hey, can we just get a quick picture?" And Edge literally said to him, he goes, "The only way I'll take a picture with you is if we have a chat after for a few minutes." My buddy was like, "Yeah, absolutely." He's like, "I just didn't want to take up too much of your time." But Edge took the picture, they chatted, and he's like, "I just like to get to know my fans other than, a quick snap and all that."
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
like, Edge is genuine dude. Would love to meet him. I and he's in AEW now, so Monster Mania, Dave Hagen, good Edge. Come on.
I know he does appearances, but at like wrestling conventions and
Yeah, I don't think he's done a wrestling convention in a while.
no, not that I
Oh,
know of.
Leo. I'm about to put a comment up on screen, and Leo, I couldn't cope with meeting Edge. It'd be so cool. For those of you that don't know the reference, his name is now Cope in AEW. So Leo's just trying to be a comedian. Don't do that, Leo. Stop it. Ryan says RIP Hooters. Yes, but Hooters Northeast is staying put. Good news there. I'm happy. I don't know what those emojis are. Is that Thanos crying? Okay. Um, it looks like it, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Ryan, you
Um,
might be one of my favorite viewers today.
he's. I saw Captain America with him the other night, and I won't spoil who the cameo was, but it's not really a spoiler. But that man had no idea who that was. I had to explain to him for about 5 minutes who exactly that was. So, and the hospital scene, you know what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. He's like, who? Who? I'm like, oh my. Okay. The wrestling retrospective. Ha ha ha. Don't you do that again, Leo. Okay. Your next one, Phil.
All right, now we're going down the line of wrestling. So
Uh
this
oh.
woman, right?
Okay. Okay. You didn't. Mine is okay. You didn't take my other one. Okay.
Yes, this woman is everybody's mommy, and she's probably Buddy Matthews' mommy as well, for different reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Rhea Bloody Ripley.
This is the one I have on you. This is the one that I've met that you haven't.
Right.
This
So
is the
I wanted
one.
to go to the fan experience to
Oh yeah,
meet
last
Rhea
year.
Ripley, but unfortunately, when the tickets dropped, all the bots came in and bought up all the
Like that.
tickets. So
Yeah.
hopefully, with SummerSlam being in New Jersey,
Yep.
I have a shot at meeting one of my favorite wrestlers, Rhea Ripley.
I don't know if you hear that echo, but yeah. Yeah, no, she was cool. A little quiet, but hey, you're on your way home. You're trying to get home. I get it. Where was Green Hulk and Captain America 4? He was on vacation, Ryan. They confirmed that. I'm just kidding. They did not confirm that. I'm just kidding. All right, my next one is a wrestler, and this is the last wrestler I have on my list, I believe. Yes, because there was going to be one more, but I'm meeting him in March. Hint, hint. And if you can see what I'm talking about, John Cena, man, come on, come on. Like, I love Cena. He's like the ultimate good guy in real life. Make a Wish King. He just seems like a genuine dude, and I would just love to meet him. Um, I'm confused because they're all Americans. Why see their president become a Red Hulk? Why did nobody help Cap? Well, Falcon was in the hospital. Um, and I literally witnessed this man during the movie Google where is Thor? Not where is Thor in Captain America 4, just where is Thor? Like
But where is? I don't remember where Thor is.
last we saw him was Guardians 3, right? No, was he even in Guardians 3? No, he wasn't.
No, he was in
No,
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder, that's what it was. So he's with his daughter, who is his real life daughter. Yeah. That's the last we saw of him. He'll be back for something. But yes, Green Hulk was on vacation. Thor was doing other stuff. Loki was turning heel and face. It happens. All right, your next one, Phil.
All right, so now we're going to another one of my surprises that me and Bobby spoke about the other day via text message, and we found out actually how much he costs to appear at a convention, and we were both very shocked because we thought it was going to be a lot more. So another person, how I brought up Marvel before with Javier Bardem being Galactus, this
This dude
man
should
was
be Doctor Doom, but
this man was a finalist to be Doctor Doom, but they went down a different route.
they went
One
Downey a different route.
that one Killian Murphy himself.
Dude, the worst dinner companion, in the words of Matt Damon, not me. Yes, the Killian Murphy aid rate is insanely low compared to what I thought it would be. Um, yeah. Ryan says the Avengers are bad Americans. It was Captain America had to save the day, Ryan. They were gonna give him his own movie. But yeah, Killian Murphy. Awkward dude in real life, it seems like. Not even gonna lie to you. But it seems like a cool dude, genuine dude, nice dude, so that would be cool.
I
Yeah.
heard the reason why he didn't want to play Doctor Doom was because he doesn't watch Marvel movies,
That
and he
sounds
was
about right.
done. And he was done playing the bad guy, obviously because of him being Scarecrow
Scarecrow.
in
Yeah.
Batman. But
He'd be so
I love
great.
him
Oh.
in I love him in 28 Days Later. Bobby has never watched that franchise, and 28 Years Later is coming out
28
this
days later,
summer.
28 weeks later, 28 years later,
And
28
I am super
decades later.
excited
Yeah.
because he is rumored to be in it, even though he is a producer on it.
I heard they confirmed that skeleton isn't him, even though that looks a lot like him.
Yes, that skeleton that is infected with the rage virus, as they call it, because they're not zombies in 28 Days Later, they're on the rage virus.
Oh, okay.
But that
Yeah.
is not Killian Murphy, and I would love to meet Killian Murphy, even though he looks very weird to talk to.
Oh yeah, dude. Great actor, awkward human being. That's okay. My next one is one of my favorite actors. He's up and coming. He's currently starring in the new show that I have yet to watch, but I'm going to get to it very soon,
What show is
called
that, Bobby?
Paradise
Paradise.
on Hulu. And that man's name, he's got a new show on Hulu, a new movie on Paramount Plus. He was in the Jury Duty show last year, and that boy is James Marsden.
James Marsden.
Yeah, have you seen the first Sonic movie?
I have.
He's the main guy.
Ah,
You ever see Anchorman?
yes.
You ever see Anchorman 2?
Is he Jack Lime?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Fun fact, I didn't know that till last year. I don't know how. Like I looked at him, I'm like, oh yeah, Marsden. Like he's Jack Lame?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jack Lame.
Marsden. Have you watched Jury Duty or no?
No, I've heard of it though.
He's the star of that show. Fascinating show, really good. I would watch it. Yeah. So, um, Marsden just seems like a cool dude, great actor. Like I said, top 10 actor of mine. He might be sliding into top 5 for all I know. Yeah. So who's your next one?
So my next one is, I would say, probably a top actor of mine that I love because he's a character actor. Definitely, he could play any role in my eyes, and that is one Mr. Jim Carrey.
Does he do conventions? That's
So I don't know. Maybe you could look it up on
yeah, I
your
got it.
side. But Jim Carrey being the Riddler in Batman Forever, like I always love to bring up because it's one of my favorite movies. I also have two Funko Pops that he could sign from the Riddler from the Batman series. But there was a rumor that he is going, from my inside sources at SNL, that he was going to be a host, most likely at the end. But I can't say much about it because I'm sworn to secrecy.
He the only kind of conventions he's done is Jim Carrey in conversation with Jerry Saltz, November 18th, 2018. That's the only one that's listed on RosterCon. I don't know.
That's one of those guys that you got to probably get at San Diego Comic Con.
The thing you have going for you with Jim Carrey is he clearly can be bought. Because he said he's like I'm retiring unless they pay me a lot of money. He's done all 3 Sonic movies, so clearly they've paid him enough.
Right, and he wants to continue to do the Sonic movies because he loves them.
So weird. I still haven't seen the second or third one, truthfully. Um First one was pretty good. Um yeah, Jim Carrey. Wild man. So you got 2 Batman villains on there. No, I'm sorry, you have 3.
Right, Val Kilmer is Batman himself, but
No, no, no. Tommy Lee
but yeah,
Jones,
we have Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey,
Killian
Killian Murphy.
Murphy, and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yep, you have 3 and 4 in Batman in total. That's cool. All right, my next one. We're gonna get this going because we're gonna we're going way over time. My next one, very current in the singing and acting scene. I believe she is currently on The Masked Singer. I'm almost confident in that. She plays Kate Bishop in Hawkeye. She's played in Bumblebee, True Grit. Um, she's dating Josh. I'm sorry, she's engaged to Josh Allen in real life.
Oh, I know where we're going with this.
And one of my current crushes, Haley Steinfeld. I believe she's currently on The Masked Singer. I'm like confident in that. There was the other day there was a clue of a spider coming down, animated Spider-Man, and then there was a comic book, animated Spider-Man and Hawkeye. So I think it's her, and the voice is amazing. I hope it's her. Anyway, that's another story for another time. Yeah, Haley Steinfeld. I just think she's amazing, talented, great voice. Would love to meet her, quite frankly. Don't know how that's gonna go. That would probably be at a Comic Con or a Steel City Con, maybe.
Maybe.
Steel City Con has some pull. I've come to realize.
Yes. But so does Dave because we've been getting banger after banger at
Bro,
conventions.
Monster Mania has some pull that I was not aware of, quite frankly. All right, your next one, and we'll power through this because I do have to go, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, we'll breeze right through this.
Yeah.
My next one obviously is one hypothetical that'll probably never happen, and that is the new Mr. Victor Von Doom himself, RDJ.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most likely we'll only ever see him at a San Diego Comic Con or an NYCC as a guest of honor or on one of the panels.
Yeah. He strikes me as a guy that to not do photo ops, do not sign autographs.
Yep.
He's just that guy. Can't say I blame him. All right, my next one from the Karate Kid franchise and the Cobra Kai franchise, Johnny Lawrence,
Oh, I have this one
aka
up on you because
yeah, you
I've
do.
met him and
Yep.
Sensei Kreese already.
I want to meet both of them. I've met Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio was amazing, but I haven't met
Yes.
Zapka and Martin Cove yet. William Zapka, Johnny Lawrence from the Karate Kid franchise. I think he'd be cool. Is he cool?
He is very cool. Like he
Okay.
was even though there was like it was the first show after COVID and like it was like you gotta stand 6 feet apart. Him and Martin Cove were like extending their hands to like shake them.
Yeah. So yeah, there's only been one convention that Robert Downey has done, and it's Comic Con San Diego, where he came back and announced he was being Doctor Doom. So, all right, your next one. Wait, how many do you have left?
I have one more left.
Okay, I have three. All right, cool.
Oh wait, no, I have two left because you have to
Yeah,
go and then I
yeah,
have
yeah.
to. Yeah, okay,
No, wait. Yeah, I just wait. Yeah, I just went William Zapka, so I have three left now.
okay. So
Yeah,
I have two left. All
yeah.
right. So my next person is another guy who I only see did a book appearance in New Jersey that I
Uh,
know our friend Alyssa
I know where you're. Yep, I know where you're going.
from Monster Mania and a bunch of other
Ah,
our Monster Mania companions is
nice.
Arnold himself.
Okay, get to do the chopper.
I heard from people that I spoke to, like Alyssa and all that, that he was very genuine and he was very humble to talk to and meet.
That's cool.
And like he was just happy to meet the fans. So I didn't even know he was signing a book or he even had a book until people were posting about it, and they said that he
Yeah.
was great.
Get her to the chopper. Put that cookie down now. I Arnold's great. It's so funny to quote him. I can't really do the accent, but put that cookie down now.
I wonder how much he costs to get at a con.
Really
Between him and
good.
between him and Sly Stallone together,
Oh,
probably is like $1 million.
yeah. I almost put Danny DeVito on my list, but I refrained from doing it. All right, my next one. Um, this is in the Batman universe, and that's your fourth Batman villain, by the way. That's your fourth
Yes,
Batman villain, by the way.
Mr. Freeze, love me some Mr. Freeze puns.
What killed the Ice Age? The dinosaurs. Anyway, my next one is in the Batman universe. I think you know where I'm going with this one. Probably a top two Batman, but the line delivery of any Batman, in my humble opinion.
Ben Affleck.
My George Clooney, Michael Keaton. Um, Probably never gonna meet him. Just straight up, I'll be honest. But yeah, I just think he'd be a great guy to meet, and that's Batman. So yeah.
I thought you were going to say Brandon Fraser.
No, 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 no. Brendan Fraser's not on my list.
Not Brandon Fraser, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. My fault.
Terrible Batman. Terrible
I
Batman.
confused myself because I said Brandon Fraser first, and I was like, wait, Brandon Fraser was never Batman. He was
Yeah,
George
that's why I was
McClooney.
like, wait, what?
All right, now
All right, well,
one of mine is
wait, time out before you say anything. Ryan, we're gonna have a chat about you and how much you know about Tommy Lee Jones, okay? Because this is disturbing. All right, anyway, so you have two more left?
yes.
Okay, go for it.
So one of my last few is one of them is from the Cobra Kai series. He was in Karate Kid 3.
Oh,
Um, then he disappeared.
yeah,
Didn't
I
hear
know who
from
you.
him until the end of Cobra Kai season 3.
Four, three, four.
He came when Sensei Kreese made the phone call,
That was end of three.
end of 3, and I said, "Oh my God, is this where I think this is going? Are they bringing back my favorite Cobra Kai villain?" He is
He's
also
he's terrible in Karate Kid 3. Come on.
he is also my Netflix screensaver.
Really? He's got one of those?
Yes, Mr. Thomas Ian Griffith, Terry Silver himself.
Listen, I will be. Listen, I'd love to meet him. I don't know if he does cons because like he kind of came out of retirement just for this, but um, Karate Kid 3, I actually hated him, and not in a good way. Like he was just an evil, terrible villain that was just picking on a kid, and I'm just like, what the heck, man? But he upped his game in Cobra Kai. He
So
made
I
it so
do.
in Karate Kid 3, I hated him. I just didn't want anything to do with him. In Cobra Kai, I hated him because he was just that evil. And he did great.
So during COVID, Zobi, who is an autograph company, did private signings, and Thomas E. Griffith was one of them. So I have to send you a picture of it because it's my favorite, one of my favorite pieces, and it's him and Martin Cove in the picture,
That's awesome.
and it says Thomas Ian Griffith, Terry Silver, Cobra Kai never dies.
Listen, and like I said, Karate Kid 3 all around was just bad. So it wasn't just him. But like I was like, this dude's not even like he's a corny villain. He's like like that. But in Cobra Kai, that man became evil. And I'm like, okay. Like Cobra Kai, Terry Silver, yes. Karate Kids, Terry Silver, no, 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 no. But I can't imagine he does.
I think he did two.
What was it, Cobra Kai related?
No, one of them I think was Galaxy Con.
I'm looking it up right now. Thomas Ian, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's weird. Salt Lake City Comic Con, or I'm sorry, Salt Lake Comic Convention, and Cobra Kai Palais Fest in Los Angeles, both in 2022. Otherwise, no. Um, yeah. Um, no, Ryan, but we do need to have a chat. All right, one of my last two, and we'll end it on a bang. Uh, my yeah, we'll end it on a bang. So this one has another one from the Scream franchise that has escaped me. He canceled in 2022. He has been back to Monster Mania since, just never New Jersey. He's in Scream 5 and 6 as a ghost, and that is Skeet Ulrich.
I have that up on you too.
Yep. I just him and Nev have escaped me this whole time. It's just yeah. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him one day. One day. One day.
I have it up on you. I knew it.
Oh,
I knew there was one that was on your list that there were a few on your list I have on you, and then there's a few on your list that you have up on me.
yeah. I I have Seth Rollins too, so that's good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All
Now
right.
for my
Yeah.
my final one. My final one is pretty easy going. I blew through all my surprises. She's going to be at Monster Mania this upcoming March. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it because
Man.
my sister is most likely having her second child. Um, we're going with Gina Davis herself.
Yeah. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I won't say
She,
it.
she is she was supposed to be at the Oaks convention, like Bobby said earlier, with Alec Baldwin, but she had to cancel due to the one of a million chances of snow
Yeah.
coming in New Mexico. But Gina Davis is the final one on my list. Loved her in A League of Their Own. You know, Thelma and Louise, Stuart Little. She plays the mom.
I found out I forgot about that until my cousin. reminded me of that.
And of course, Beetlejuice.
Yeah, don't say it. I will be meeting her, so that's another one I will have up on Phil.
Oh, shut up.
So I will. I might even get her to do a video recording just to say hi, Phil, just to toy with you. All right,
Oh
my
my
last
god.
one. Another current MCU actress, but she's all over the map right now. She's becoming a massive star, and I. It's safe to say that a wrestling movie put her on the map called Fighting with My Family. Florence Pugh. That girl's great. And I think she might be one of those Comic Con ones, truthfully. But hey, it's cool. You know, we all gotta have a dream, you know?
I
All
thought you were
right.
going to say
So
Soraya when you said
I've met,
fighting with
I've,
my family.
I've met her.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
I'm
that.
so, interesting story. We were in the WrestleCon lobby in LA. All of a sudden, she walks in and everybody is bum rushing her for photos. To her credit, she stopped for everybody. She didn't have to because she was in her hotel. She was trying to get by, but she stopped for every single one, including me. So I respect her for that immensely.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, Florence Pugh, because she got put on the map because of that movie. Yeah. So, all right. And final thing we will be doing. Who are you meeting in about 3 weeks' time?
So at Monster Mania, I am going Eli Roth, one of my favorite directors in the horror franchise. Hostel, Cabin Fever, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's a good movie.
Next is Chris Jericho. I met Chris Jericho when I was 10 years old at Ringside Fest in New York. So that was almost 17 years ago because I will be 27 in March, March 20th.
Yeah. I'll be, we won't get into my age, but I will be turning another number on March 12th. So,
Um, and then I'm finally meeting one of my favorite horror icons, Mr. Tobin Bell,
yeah,
who
they got him.
I tell Bobby all the time. It's my VIP pass is going to be a game time decision depending on the location of Tobin Bell. So it is
True.
either Chris Jericho or Tobin Bell.
Chris Jericho
And
for me.
I plan on meeting Shawnee Smith again, even though I met her in August of 2019. But she was a genuine, kind soul that was
Yeah.
probably 2'10" in height. But she is awesome. She's a great person, Shawnee Smith, and I'm very excited to see her again.
Yeah. You know, and we're about to get into this. Ryan says Bobby's old. Ryan's at the age now where I was when he started calling me old. So, Ryan, buddy, it's your days are numbered, pal. Anyway, all right. The ones I'm meeting. Friday, it's gonna be a slow day for me, pretty much. Chris Jericho. Folks, wrestling wise, it just doesn't get much bigger than that. Saturday, I will be doing a bloody photo op with Danielle Harris, and I will be meeting a small time actress by the name of Susan Sarandon. You might have heard of her, you might not have. Just kidding. Obviously, everybody knows who Susan Sarandon is, one way or another. Um, Sunday, Gina Davis and Roger Jackson. Surprise, Sydney. Ghostface himself. Well, not Ghostface himself, but the voice of Ghostface himself, Roger Jackson. Phil, you have anything you want to promote and get out there, buddy?
No, I know we plan on having another movie up and coming show, right? Remember we were talking about it with the Fantastic Four coming out around the corner.
Oh, and another superhero thing.
Yes,
I think I told you about that. I
you
think.
did. We have another up and coming superhero movies that are coming out. Me and Bobby will be talking about that soon.
Yeah, we're gonna
Um,
get to. I think the plan was to get together right before Superman and Fantastic Four and discuss it.
yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So
Like
around early July.
what our hopes are, what our hopes are, what we want to do.
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. All right.
Everybody
Yeah.
follow Bobby, like, subscribe, follow him on Instagram, friend him on Facebook. Great guy. Loved meeting him at when was it? It was Charlie Hunnam's
Undertaker.
line. We
I thought it was
first
Undertaker.
No, it was Charlie's line. We first started chit chatting when you handed me a magnet,
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds
which
about
is
right.
which is
Yeah.
on the back of my car, and people ask me who Bobby's Breakdown is, and I tell them at my job where I sit there and I yell at students. No, I don't really yell, but like, subscribe, and follow Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns.
Well, I couldn't even do anything better than that. But I will show you. I think I've shown this on the channel before. But a cool hoodie. You scan it. It takes you to the YouTube channel. I'll be wearing that in March, so you'll be able to see it. Yeah. Honestly, Phil just did my whole spiel, so there's really nothing else left to do. Yeah. I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, and I'm trying to figure out when my next stream is going to be. I think it's going to be in mid March. Thinking mid March. Yeah. Either March 7th or like March 16th. I'm looking at. That one's gonna be a bit different one, and I'll spoil the plot right here because it's already up on my channel. Um Me and Kirsten, it's been a long time since she's been on the stream. We're gonna be talking about, and this is way far off from what this stream is, but it's gonna be very interesting. We're gonna be talking about MH370. Yes, the plane that went missing 11 years ago. It's coming up on the 11th anniversary, so I wanted to get on the channel and talk about it and just, have fun with it. I mean, not have fun with it, but you know what I mean. Terrible way to say it.
Bobby.
But like discuss it, get like throw theories out there. Yeah, it's always fascinated me because it's like one of the biggest mysteries in the world. They still haven't found it. And again, we're coming up on 11 years later. So, yeah. But that would be for next time. We'll figure out that date as we come along. But if you are going to Monster Mania and you see me or Phil, don't be afraid to say hi. Phil bites only a few times. We got past that.
Bobby, don't tell anybody my secrets.
Yeah, we got past that though. It was a little awkward, but we got past that. And again, no, if you see any of us, if you're at Monster Mania, you see any of us, don't be afraid to say hi. We love chatting to people. And yeah, until next time, I am Bobby from Baby. I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, joined by Phil, and we will see you guys next time. Bye bye and
See
later.
you later.